Okay, hello. Welcome to the first ever afternoon analytics tier rankings. I am Ryan Hernan. With me is Ryan Hain. And today we are going to be ranking the 20 definitive uh, sports movies. So these are, widely regarded as the most well-known sports movies that have ever been made. And we are going to rank them from worst to best. You ready to go, Ryan?
Yes, let's get started.
Okay, let's start with let's jump in. Let's go Harry
Let's just
Potter.
go right in order. Let's go in order.
No, I
Wedding
want to I want
Crashers.
to jump around a little bit. Let's jump around a little bit. Let's go
Okay,
Harry
okay.
Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So this we're talking about the Quidditch World Cup scene at the beginning of this movie. What are your thoughts on this one, Ryan?
I really like this one. I think it gets points for me at least because it's a sport we've never seen, you
Yeah.
know, completely inventive. And it's a pretty entertaining sport. Um, oh, I don't know what I would tier it. I would probably go, I think I'd go a B or an A, but I'd probably lean A.
My thoughts on it are that one, any sport that you play on a broomstick is incredible right off the bat.
Yes,
Two,
yes.
the actual scene is, I mean, the Quidditch World Cup. It's incredible the setup that they have. I mean, it's nothing that we've ever seen before. Massive stadium. It's just wild. But my problem with it is that you don't really get to see the Quidditch match. Like, don't tease me with Quidditch World Cup,
It's a good point.
and then don't show me the all the Quidditch. I would be fine if the first 30 minutes of this movie was just a Quidditch game. Like that's what I want. And so
Yeah.
for that reason, for me, it's a B and not an A.
Okay, I agree with you there. They could have shown a little more.
Yeah,
It's
give me
definitely a little Harry focused, if you know what I'm saying.
it, exactly, exactly. But
Okay,
it's
just go B.
it's a great start. It's a great sports movie. You think Harry Potter, you think great sports movie. Uh,
Hmm.
you pick the next one now, Ryan.
Okay, we gotta go Twilight. We gotta talk about this one.
Okay, we get it out of the way.
Yeah. Um, I can start, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a real tough one, if I'm being honest, because it is one of the most iconic sports scenes in all of cinema, but
Yeah,
also
it's terrible.
it's really bad.
It's really really
But
bad.
it's like it's at the point of bad where it's like good, like you can watch it. There's some of these that are so
No.
bad that's like literally unwatchable. That like you can go and get a good laugh. Like you're not going to watch a sports scene, but you're going for a good laugh.
Okay, that's it. You can watch it to laugh. I don't know if I would say it's bad enough that it's watchable, but it to laugh.
It's like
Yeah.
so good, it's so
Okay.
bad that it's funny. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
sometimes
it
it can
is
just be
funny.
bad. Yeah.
You're laughing at
So
it. I was gonna give it a D. Like it's
I
just
think I'm gonna go C. I think just because it's so iconic, it's clearly above some of these really bad ones.
okay. I'll go C because it's like let's not be wrong here. It's the worst depiction of baseball of all time.
Oh no,
But
it is.
I also
Also,
enjoyed the outfits.
Supermassive Black Hole is a great song for
That's
that.
true. That's true. And I enjoyed the outfits that looked like they were straight out
Yes.
of the 1880s.
And the
That was good.
filter,
The
the blue
oh, it,
filter.
and the fact that they're pale as ghosts really adds. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like I don't understand why Twilight needed a baseball scene, but they gave one to us, and it's
But like
middle
that's
of
what
the
I'm
pack.
saying. Like a lot of these, they didn't need a sports scene. But this one, like, I probably wouldn't have watched Twilight if it wasn't for that.
Okay, so that's a fair argument. I'll give it a C. It gets a C. Uh, Next up, let's go Social Network. And so I'll start off. I know you really like this one, and this is an
I
incredible
do.
scene. We're talking about Social Network when they're rowing crew, and there's like suspense, like really suspenseful music, and it's like a tight race down to the wire. They're rowing uh, through the like Harvard campus or whatever.
It's
And
actually in England.
what? It's in England?
It's in England.
Oh,
Yeah.
I misremembered that. I guess it's an incredible scene
It is. It is.
though. The only problem for me is that once again I didn't get enough of it. Like I I like movie about Mark Zuckerberg, it's fine. It's a good movie. But when you see this, I'm like, this is what this movie should be. This should be a movie about rowing crew. Like I could care less about Mark Zuckerberg, but
Yeah,
this is incredible stuff. And so I gave it a B again for that reason. Like it's a great scene, great sports movie, but not it needs to be the focus of the movie. Should be the crew.
I'm gonna bring another something that you didn't mention that might change your opinion to make it go a little higher, maybe.
Okay.
Let's talk about the absolute drip that they wear after the scene.
Okay,
The Harvard suit jackets, those things are unparalleled. And
they are good.
I don't know, it's kind of like something that I really like about it, like on a more serious note, is like it's it's more it's just a lot more real, than a lot of these other ones where it's like I feel like
More real than
I mean, I know
Quidditch.
they actually are rowing, but like it's the same. Yeah, it's just like it's like I'm just watching sports, it's not like I'm watching sports within a movie.
Yeah, it's definitely more real than the first that we did.
Yeah, I know. But even okay, like going back to
Not
Twilight,
yeah.
just watching Quidditch is more believable than watching that baseball scene at Twilight.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, anyway,
I
I
would
would
go
think
I'd want to go like high B.
um okay. Okay,
High B.
there's one on here that's similar that I think is better. So I let's go B.
Okay, high B. I'm putting it above Harry Potter
Yeah,
because for the suit jackets.
yes.
All
But
right, take
those Gryffindor uniforms though.
mm, it's true.
Okay. All right. Um, let's go for one I fought to be on here. Let's go Ocean's 11. This
Okay.
one, um, so the scene we're talking about here for this sports movie is at the heist at the end, like the big heist,
Hmm.
um, which obviously takes second to the sports scene. Um, is when it's the boxing match at the MGM Grand, which is kind of serves as like a distraction for the heist. And I just I think it's probably one of the best on here for a scene that's um like they're not focusing on the people in the boxing match, like it's just kind of a side
Right.
piece, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Um so I think I think it serves its role perfectly, but obviously it's not like a huge part of the movie. So I think I would probably go like low B or top of C.
Okay. Okay. You did really fight for this one to be on here, so I was worried that I was gonna have to fight
It
you.
just fits the category
It
so well. It's
it does.
not that it's my favorite. It's just yeah.
I'm going high C on this one, like you said, because it's a decent boxing scene, but
Mhm.
for me, I watch it and I want to be watching Rocky. So, and I'm not watching Rocky. It's like, oh damn, I see a boxing scene in a movie. I'm like, this isn't Rocky, and then I want to turn Rocky on. And I love Ocean's 11. It's a fantastic movie, but don't show me boxing if it's not Rocky.
No,
That's
you're
it
right.
for me.
You're right.
That's it for me. All right, let's go with uh
Do it.
no, I'm saving some ones for later. Let's just go with
Okay.
Happy Gilmore, another one you fought to be on here.
Yes, and with Happy Gilmore, I'd probably like to clarify. This is the hockey scenes
Right.
for Happy Gilmore.
This is not a golf movie for us. This is a hockey movie that takes a wrong turn. Do you agree?
I think it serves as a great origin for Happy.
Yep.
Um, I think it some of the scenes are a little humorous.
Hmm.
Like his that he kind of like actually kind of is not like very good at hockey, I guess, you know?
He's not good at hockey. He is good at hating people though.
Yeah. No, and that was good. Um, have you seen Goon?
I've not seen Goon. I know what Goon is. I haven't seen it.
It's like kind of the same thing where you wanted to be watching Rocky. Like
Mm,
I wanted to be watching Goon. Like he's literally just Goon.
that's fair. I haven't seen Goon, but like I still get that vibe because I know what Goon is. I'm like, it's like the
Like just
and I
the
know that Goon came out
enforcer.
after Happy Gilmore, but it's like this is just Goon.
Yeah, no, it's he's just that enforcer role. Like
Right. So
seen it.
what do you want to give it?
Um, let's go in between Ocean's 11 and Twilight.
That is fair. All right, take your pick.
Um, let's go. Hmm. Let's do The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
I can kind of spearhead this one.
Yes.
And
I have to say, just to get it out of the way, I've not seen The Dark Knight Rises, and I have to wait. I can't. There's a reason I can't see it. So Ryan is going to take this one. You have to trust me.
so this is a really good sports scene. This is like I feel like this is probably an A for me.
Okay.
Like um again, like a lot of it's kind of not super long, but it just okay, there's a lot of cameos. One of the teams is in black and yellow, and it's implied that they're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hmm.
And there's like Big Ben, Heinz Ward, a couple other guys, and it's like, and the iconic part of the scene is like when the field like collapses in because like Bane, yeah,
I mean,
um,
I know what
yeah,
happens. I
there's a big
yeah.
explosion and the field goes, and then the guy who is carrying the ball is like running away from the explosion as the field is collapsing behind him. It's like it's one of the few scenes in here that I feel like really blends the action from the movie with the sports scene like perfectly, and like it makes it worth it. So that's why I'm gonna go A.
All right, and I trust you because I have seen the first two in this trilogy, and they're fantastic movies. So I trust you on this.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Um, let's go. Do you want to go complete opposite here from what we just did?
What do you mean?
Let's go complete opposite. I'm gonna pick a sports movie that has a terror. I mean, sorry, a superhero. Well, it is a sports movie. A sports movie
Yeah.
involving a superhero with a terrible sports scene, and that is the
Yes.
Amazing Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
I'm not even. You can give your piece after, and maybe you can convince me to move it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it here because this is just terrible. And it's not like Twilight where it's like, oh, I can laugh at it. Like this is a good movie that I expect more from. And we're talking about the scene where Peter Parker goes one on one against Flash Thompson in basketball, and he just like twirls the ball around his body a lot, like jumps from like half court and like dunks on Flash. And it's just, I mean, it is hilarious, but not in the right way. Like it's just
Like
so,
this
so bad. It's terrible.
editing, or just like it just was like Space Jam level stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like
He
there's no
flies.
animation. Like
He,
it's all
he
real.
he just like flies to the basket. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's probably like, oh, Spider Man just came and this dude just dunked from. He's probably Spider Man, but no one pieces that together.
Yeah. Like they could have done a little movie magic, I felt like, to fix that one, and they didn't. It's just so corny. And it's just like,
And it's such a good movie, but
I
this scene
know.
is terrible. So
And
it's
like I get the point, but I felt like they could have just done it another way. Like this is one where they just like I just don't they didn't need a sports scene,
no, it didn't. It didn't.
sadly.
I mean,
Um
it is a sports movie, but it could have been a better
yeah,
sports.
yeah.
It could have been a better sports movie.
Yeah. Maybe
All
if
right,
they were like playing football or something.
exactly.
Um
Take your pick.
okay. I'm gonna give us a real tough one.
Oh,
Let's go Space Jam. And
okay.
the reason this is so tough is because it is a two-sport movie,
It is a two-sport
in
movie.
which of course I'm talking about baseball and golf.
Yeah,
And because I like none of these other ones are a two-sport movie. Like this is a tough one. Like we gotta really talk through this because yeah, I don't know. Cause I feel like the golf is definitely the star.
it is. I
Um,
I can give my take on it real quick, briefly.
I go for it.
Space Jam is a two-sport movie, golf and baseball. I gave it a C because its star, Michael Jordan, is just an average athlete. Like, let's be honest. Michael Jordan at golf and baseball is just an average guy. And so, if he's not that good at the sport, why'd you make a movie about him playing the sport? And I know he gets a hole in one in the golf scene, but that's all Bugs Bunny, and that's cheating. And golf is I'm a purist, and so I don't like seeing that on my screen. And so I gave it a C because Michael Jordan's an average athlete.
Um, I feel like I kind of want to go B,
Okay.
but I could also be convinced of C because I don't know, because the baseball scene, it's like the opening scene in the movie, I believe. And
Hmm.
it's like whatever, like, yeah. I think honestly, like you're talking about Michael Jordan here, but we're avoiding the real star of the show. Prick, what's his name?
Bill Murray,
No, the big guy.
the guy from Jurassic Park. Yeah, I know
Yes,
he's in Jurassic.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, yeah,
Newman from
yeah,
Seinfeld.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he's
I
this
just
real star
watched.
of the show. I can't even remember his name. Um, but
He's
anyway,
he's good. But see, I said guy from Jurassic Park 'cause I just watched Jurassic Park the other day, and he was much better in Jurassic Park. Seemed like he kind of phoned it in Space Jam because he's around average athletes like Michael Jordan and Larry Bird on the golf course.
yeah. Um, let's just go see. I
I
think
mean, if you want to go B, I'll give it. I'm fine with B. It's up to you.
I feel like bottom B, like bottom B.
Bottom B. I like that. Was that your pick or
Yes.
mine? Okay, my pick. Let's go. I haven't picked one that I really like yet, so I'm gonna go with an easy A for me, and that is High School Musical 2. And a lot of people think sports movies, High School Musical, oh, the first one, basketball, but that's terrible. I mean, Zac Efron is 5'8", and you're expecting me to believe that he's got a D1 basketball scholarship. That's terrible. But you don't have to be tall to play golf. And Zac Efron is a much better athlete than Michael Jordan when it comes to golf. And it shows. And not only does he play, but he gets out on that course and he sings his heart out, and Bet on It is probably top 5 songs in a movie all time. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be real with
Yeah, I know.
ourselves.
I thought you were gonna just say top five in High School Musical, but
No,
it is
all
the
time.
best song in High School Musical.
Yes. And it's one of the best songs ever written for a movie. And so that's why High School Musical 2
And for
as a
that,
golf
I would
movie is
also
an
give
A.
it an A.
Perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
Perfect. I'll go below the Dark Knight though. Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
Okay. Um, hmm. Let's go. I don't think have we done football? I don't think we have. Let's go Forrest Gump.
Okay.
This is a really good one. There's
Wait,
actually a two-sport
this
movie
is another two
also,
sport movie. Yes.
but this one clears Space Jam by so much because it absolutely nails both sports. Where it's like the golf and baseball and Space Jam is like it is what it is. Like, yeah,
Yeah, like you watch Space Jam, you see the golf and the baseball, and you're like, I wish they gave us a third sport, but they just don't. But
yeah, I know.
but Forrest Gump, you get those two sports and you're content because it's the ping pong scenes are exceptional.
Yes.
I've never been more thrilled watching
And
ping pong in
then
my life.
and then you top that. Well, I guess it was before, but
Right.
you go with the when he's at Alabama, like that is so sick. Like, um,
I have to knock it a little bit because it's Alabama, but they got
but okay. Well, the guy, I don't think the guy that plays Bear Bryant is Bear Bryant, but he
But
looks exactly like Bear
they
Bryant.
have the fedora, so
Yeah,
it's good enough. Or the whatever that hat
but
is
it's
called.
like funny. Like it's it's honestly just I don't know. I was kind of like when I saw it, I was like I didn't know what to think. But now that I'm talking through it, like it's like up there.
It's
Like
an
it's
A. I
really
mean,
good.
it's an A for me. It's a fantastic sports movie.
Yeah. I think I go in between high school and Batman.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna pick. Let's do a couple that we can do quickly here. So I'm gonna go Wedding Crashers. We're talking about, of course, touch football scene. Uh, and this is another good example of a football scene. Um, I gave it a B because it's nothing crazy, but Vince Vaughn does get busted up pretty bad. It's
Yeah, no, it's really funny.
it brings you
I
back to like when you're playing with your uncles on like Thanksgiving touch football. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we all got the Bradley Cooper, if you know what I'm saying. Um, so I think I'm gonna have to agree with you and go B.
Let's put it
I think before Space Jam.
for Space Jam. Okay. All right, now give me a pick. Give me one you think we can do quickly.
Um, okay, well, let's go with Catwoman because that I
Yeah,
just watched that one today.
I did also.
And while researching, we both found this is at the top of like everyone's worst like sports
Or
scenes ever.
yeah, or sport.
And
It's just
it just didn't need to be in there. Like it's just a
no.
classic. Didn't need to be in there. And it's not like it's just like okay, when you look at Twilight, like it's kind of the same kind of vibes, I guess. No, it's actually just like Spider-Man. It's
It's
literally just the same thing as
it's just like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, except it's they're playing the game in front of a bunch. It's Halle Berry's as Catwoman and her love interest in the movie, and they're I assume because they're playing the game
Yeah.
in front of a bunch of children, and they're like
Just
it's
some
one on
like
one.
random
They're just
Italian guy.
they're just like grinding on each other the whole
I
time,
know.
and it's like I gave it a D because I didn't have as high expectations for it as I did for like Amazing Spider-Man, so I can't be as disappointed in it, but it's terrible.
I think I would go. Let's just go D, I guess.
It's really bad though. Like go
I'm
on
tempted to
YouTube,
go
find
F,
it.
but
It's like a minute. It's terrible.
yeah.
Um, let's go
Okay.
with
Oh, let's go with let's go with Goodwill Hunting.
okay. This is a good one. This we are
So
talking. Oh,
yeah,
you go
you
ahead.
go, you go.
Okay, we're talking about here the scene where Matt Damon runs up on a guy on a basketball court and just clocks him and starts an all-out brawl on a basketball court. So while the setting is a basketball court, the sport is more mixed martial arts style. It's
Yeah.
very amateur level mixed martial arts and Goodwill Hunting. And it's a great movie. It's a great scene. You got some Gene Rafferty in the background of the scene. You got both Affleck brothers for better or for worse. And I gave it a B because Matt Damon has no real strategy. Like he punches the first guy, but he's like 2 on 5 and he just gets clobbered. So I gave it a B because like he could have been a little smarter there, but it's a good sports scene.
A little smatter.
A little smarter. He's not Harvard educated.
um, I don't know. I love the inclusion of this movie on this list,
It's
but I
classic.
think I'm gonna have to go C.
C.
Yeah, it's
What's
just
wrong with it?
I mean, there's just like I kind of like your Michael Jordan argument. Like I would have liked to see a little more professionalism.
Okay, okay. Can we go high? Can we go high C?
Oh yeah, that's fine. No, top of C. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, okay. That's true. I mean, this whole thing is that he's supposed to be smack, and then he gets in the fist fight, and he's
Okay,
not
wait,
smack.
wait. We're in a little bit of dilemma here. Ocean's 11, Good Will Hunting, fighting. Which is better?
2 movies with Matt Damon, 2 fighting movies.
Um, I feel like I'm like a hypocrite if I don't put Ocean's 11 before it because
I
I would like to see some professionalism.
I'll rock paper scissors for it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let me count it off. Let me count. Ready? One, two, three. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors. I mean, that was rock. All right, whatever. We'll put Ocean's 11 first. That was stupid. All right. Next movie. Come on. Let's go. Okay, a lot of these. Let's go with another one that I think can be quick. Silver Linings Playbook. This is an A for me because it's another dual sport movie that I think is done very well. The first sport is not actually performed in the movie, but the whole thing is that Bradley Cooper's dad, who is played by none other than Bob De Niro, is huge Eagles fan, and he's like very superstitious, and he perfectly captures like the like stupid sports superstition. He feels like an Eagles fan. And then the
Yes.
other sport is, of course, uh, ballroom dancing, and also whatever the hell kind of dancing that Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence do at the end, which is definitely not ballroom dancing, but it's fantastic either way. And it's another sport that you don't get a lot in the movie. You don't get a dance competition like that, and I thought it was very well done, and I would give it an A.
Okay. I really like this movie too. And I agree with you. I think the Eagles thing is really good because like it just he's an Eagles fan. Like there's
He is an Eagles
no
fan.
way around it. But
Mm.
I okay, maybe okay, I could maybe go with bottom A, but it's just not better than those three up there.
No, it's not, but I'll go bottom A. It's better. It's definitely better than Social Network for me
Okay.
because it's another good dual. When you're dual sport, it's gonna give you a bump.
Yes. Okay, we're getting into some spice here. Um, let's just get out of the way. We gotta go with Top Gun. That is the easiest S of my life. Playing with the boys, bunch of hot, sweaty men playing volleyball. What more can you ask for? Kenny Loggins, like just the whole movie.
I
But
mean, the movie is incredible. It's a fantastic sports movie, and
it's
this is
just
yeah. Go ahead.
I just like I can't even put into words my love for this scene in particular. Like I like this. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so frazzled because I love this so much.
This scene is the bar for like an isolated sports scene in a movie. Is It's the
Yes.
bar from the actual volleyball to the dudes just like standing around shirtless. The Tom Cruise keeps like checking his watch, make sure we see how nice of a watch he's got. To like
Hmm.
Goose with his stupid sleeveless like cut off shirt, like
Because he's too scared. Like, and then the like high
like
fives, butt slaps. Like,
yes,
it's
it's
just
it's so good. It's an S. It's not my number one. I know it's your number one, but it's an
mhm.
S.
Yeah.
Um, let's go with um another average one for me. That's Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Of course, this is a sports movie because Paul Rudd is a surf instructor, uh, and he's also very stupid. And he gives Jason Segel uh, surf lessons, and it's funny, and I really like it. And it would be higher for me because I really like this movie. I love Paul Rudd's character; he's hilarious. But and this is just a me thing because some people may like this, but these are subjective ratings. This
Yeah.
movie just has too much naked Jason Segel in it for me to go any higher than a C. Like if you're gonna show me Jason Segel naked, I'm gonna cap it at a C, and that's it for me.
Um, yeah, no, those are some good points. I was already thinking C. I'm
Okay,
thinking just above Twilight. I think this scene's pretty funny, but it's just like just whatever. Like when you're thinking of this movie, even though it's a sports movie, it's not really what you're thinking of. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. solid C. It's average. It's not great. Um,
Let's go Naked Gun.
okay. So this one,
He's the
I
umpire.
I've I'm gonna like very strongly stick to my ranking for this one, which I think is gonna be different than yours. But I'm gonna fight you for it. But I want you to go first.
Well, I don't know, cause like I don't know. I'd probably go like okay. This is I'm between like a B or a C. Like it's good. It's I think it's funnier than a lot of the other ones on this list that are funny. Um I think this movie's great. I don't really have any huge problems with it. It's just like this is tough
Well,
competition.
hold on. If you want to hear, all right. Well, I give it a D. I think
Whoa.
the scene we're talking about here for the Naked Gun is that he is a umpire at a baseball game, and he's just terrible. Like it's stupid. He's terrible. He's and it's prescient because he's like very much like an MLB ump today with how bad he is. But I have to give it a D because it this is I have to give it a D because my girlfriend hates this movie and says it's very misogynistic, and so I can't
Yeah, I
put it
don't
any
think this
higher
one
than a D.
passes the Bechdel test of the
No,
big
it
ones.
doesn't pass a lot of tests, so I have to give
Okay,
it a
okay,
D.
but I have to just ask you one question.
Okay,
Is it worse than Twilight?
the scene itself, no, but on principle, like I have to give it a D. Otherwise,
Okay, fine,
I may
but
be
it's
single.
above Catwoman. I don't have a super strong opinion on this, so I'll just let you take it, but it's
All right,
above Catwoman.
fine, as long as it's a D, and I'm not in the doghouse.
Okay, I'm going to pick. Okay,
I just want to
this
let it be known that these are all going to be very high for me.
I figured. Okay, so this one might confuse some of the viewers. And it is the LeBron James pool scene.
Yes.
Okay, and I was kind of thinking about it today because we already had this on the list. Like we didn't need reasoning, but I'm thinking about our audience. I'm thinking about our viewers here. And like they're gonna be like, this is like, what are you doing? Like this isn't a movie or whatever. But I have a theory. I have a theory that is maybe or maybe not true. Probably not, but it's a great theory.
Go
And
for
hear
it.
me out. So I think LeBron James, known movie maker, Space Jam 2,
Right.
um, he was getting into Hollywood, getting his money, and he made this scene for a movie,
It's like a
but
proof of concept.
yes, and no one picked it up.
This is like
So he
I
was
like
just
that.
like, screw it. I'm just gonna get my bag with Nike and drop it.
This is like
So
LeBron James and the multiverse of madness right here.
yes, and it like in terms of just ads, like
It's incredible.
I wish it was in a movie because like it is no justice. It is no. It doesn't deserve to be on my TV screen. It deserves to be on the big screen.
Yes. So I think we can agree with where this one goes. Somewhere up
Yes.
here. Where do you want to put it up here? I'll let you decide.
Okay. On like I don't think it's better than Forrest Gump,
Right.
but is it better than Bet on It?
When you what if you asked me if it was better than High School Musical 2, I would have said yes. But you asked me if it's better than Bet on It, so I'm going there because it's
Okay.
not better than Bet. But like, look up this commercial if you haven't seen it. It's like a bunch of different versions of LeBron James, and he jumps in a pool, and it's just incredible. It's cinema. It is
Yeah,
cinema.
like even if you
Like
don't like LeBron, like it's just it's iconic.
yeah, like if you're not in tune with like the movie world, like they asked Martin Scorsese, known Marvel movie hater, like what is real cinema, and he said this. He said the LeBron James pool commercial is what he aspires to create with every project he puts out.
Yeah.
Look it up if you don't believe. Um, let's go. So two,
Do you want me to say one of them and then you take the last one?
sure.
I think you know where I'm going with
Yeah,
this.
go ahead.
Okay, next one is The Princess Bride.
Yep. A. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
We're talking about this. We're talking about sword play here, which is again uh another sport. You get a lot of
fencing,
sword fighting in movies, but it's not as sporty as it is in The Princess Bride. Like it's an art form in this
like
movie.
it feels like I'm playing Wii Sports Resort.
Yes, I mean when you hear that first line, when you hear not first line, but when you hear the line, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." You know you're about to be entertained, like
Yeah.
sports level entertained, and
Oh,
for that
and
reason, it's an A for me.
also, this is like a sneaky double sport movie.
Mm.
Um, uh, in the
Oh,
beginning, the Bears,
hmm?
he's a Bears fan.
Oh, he is a Bears fan, and also if you want to go triple sports movie, it's got Andre the
Oh,
Giant in it, and he does a little wrestling
good.
with
Yes.
the Dread Pirate
A little
Robert. So
wrestling.
and also like just when you watch sports, you want to see like shocking twists in like the game, like great comebacks and stuff. And there's no greater sports twist in a movie, I'll argue, than when Inigo Montoya says, "I know something you don't know." He says, "What's that?" He says, "I am not left-handed." And then they fight a little more, and then the Dread Pirate Roberts says, "I'm not left-handed either." And it's just who would have thought they both would be fighting left-handed, but they're not
It's good.
left-handed.
No, that's a good point. Okay, are you gonna put this above Forrest Gump? Because I have an argument for it against you doing it.
In the interest of time, I'll put it there.
Okay, but like my argument literally takes two
All
seconds.
right, give me your argument
Well,
and I'll
not
put
two
it here.
seconds, but like, have we ever seen a fictional more dominant athlete than Forrest Gump when he plays ping pong
No,
or even football? I would argue no.
you've swayed me.
You're welcome.
And you may have swayed me there, but you will not sway me here, nor will I think you will try to because you know better. Surfs Up. And I know we've made a lot of jokes. We've been it's kind of a funny thing, but I will say this non-ironically, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like this is just like one of not only one of my favorite animated movies, but one of my favorite movies, period. It's fantastic. Penguins are surfing. Uh it's just I mean, yeah, that's all I need to say. It's penguins are surfing. It's got an incredible soundtrack. There's also a chicken named Chicken Joe. He wins the whole thing. Sorry if you haven't seen it. That's on you for not have seen Surfs Up by now. Uh, a potentially better sports movie would have been Surfs Up 2, which is uh, all the like penguins are like voiced by WrestleMania people, like WWE people, and they're like look like they're WrestleMania characters. But that's terrible. I hate that, and I choose to believe it doesn't exist because Surfs Up is literally a 10 out of 10 perfect movie for me, and for that reason, I'm putting it as an S.
Okay.
I've said my piece.
Yeah, no, I really like it too. I'm not gonna argue with it. And the fact that you put it behind Top Gun was my only argument.
I knew it wasn't going to get very far if I tried to put it above Top Gun. So
It's okay. Just back to Top Gun, closing remarks. That is again, it is the pinnacle of all pinnacles of sports scenes.
it is Top Gun. You heard it here. Top Gun is the greatest sports movie of all time.
And we didn't even mention Top Gun 2.
Hmm.
It tries to do the same thing.
It's a good tribute. It's not as
No,
it's
it
not
is good.
it,
And Miles Teller, I'm gonna be honest, is not very hard to look at. Um and but it's just the song choice was just not it's not playing with the
it's
boys. It
not
just
playing with the
isn't.
boys. Yeah.
I really wanted them to play it. Like if they would have played it again. Oh, one more thing about Top Gun 2.
Yeah.
That I kind of want to try that sport out where it's like the not the sport, but the thing where it's offense, two
Oh,
offenses. It's
yeah. That
was
it's like
insane.
they're playing like beach football and both teams were on offense and defense, which is
I
interesting.
give them points for that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway, this is it. This is the definitive ranking of the definitive most well-known sports movies of all time. Uh,
Yes.
if you disagree with this, you can follow the link that we will provide to fill out your own ranking. Let us know what we got right. Let us know what we got wrong. And we hope you enjoyed.